What's up, guys? Here to bring you another video. I was just thinking, this past week or whatever. And actually, it's really, right after the trade deadline, I was thinking hard about it, but I was just wondering, like, why, why was that Andre Drummond trade so simple? Like, he was so easy to get. I mean, they got screwed on this deal. I don't know if they were conscious enough to know it or not, but that was a terrible deal for Detroit. Even if they thought they can get something back, I believe you could have got more for Andre Drummond. Now, a lot of people think the value for big men have gone down. Maybe that's why he was basically traded for a bag of chips. But are you serious? Brandon Knight, John Henson, and some second round pick? Are you serious? That's all he got traded for? That's crazy, man. Brandon Knight, John Henson, and a second round pick. I forgot what year it was, but it doesn't matter because it's not even a first round pick. They couldn't even get 2 first round picks for him. They got a second round pick from Cleveland. Now, we all know Cleveland's not a great organization. They're bound to, be a bad organization for the rest of their existence. LeBron was the only good thing that ever happened to that organization, but still, you know, and the way they did Andre Drummond, if they didn't tell, I understand it's a business, but if they didn't tell that guy that, he was getting traded, that's messed up. The same thing they did with DeMar DeRozan when they traded him for Toronto. They didn't even tell him. People got to realize these people have lived in these cities for years, almost 10 years. Andre Drummond and DeRozan. These guys have lived in Detroit or Toronto. They've been living in, especially DeRozan, he lived in that country for like 10 years when he got traded, maybe more than that. And when you don't tell him and he has to find out via internet, that's messed up. You can give them the common courtesy of at least telling them where they're going to get traded to, and instead of making them find out via internet. That's not, to me, that's not a business way to do things. You always tell your asset where it's going to get traded to. You always do that. I don't believe in it. That part of the business. You got to tell them. You got to be a man and tell somebody what you're going to do. Not let them find out the hard way. That's just so cowardly of a front office to do. But enough of that. To get to the point of this video, I was just thinking, could the Miami Heat, would you guys would have preferred Andre Drummond on this team? Think about it. Andre Iguodala is 36 years old. He's older. You don't know how long he has. He has probably like a year in him. Jay Crowder's great and all, but again, you're getting an Andre Drummond type of player. You would have had Bam at the 4, Andre Drummond at the 5, and that would have been a defensive, now I understand spacing, but Bam showed you in the skill challenge that he has a jump shot. He can shoot that 3 if he's wide open. I think Bam's a better shooter than people realize. And he has to work on his J a little bit, but for the most part, if he's open, he's going to make that most of the time, 7 times out of 10, which is good enough for our offense. Kendrick Nunn, Butler, Robertson, Bam, and Andre Drummond. I would have preferred that over older Iguodala and even a Jay Crowder, because Andre Drummond's still young. And having him and pairing him and Bam to, by each other, Philly would not be able to handle us, guys. Boston wouldn't be able to handle us, and we will be able to stop the Bucks. I think we could have won. We could have easily got to. Now, I'm not saying we won't. I'm not saying anything's possible. We'll see, but I think we would have been legit contenders for a championship if we would have got Andre Drummond instead of Iguodala. Because obviously, all you had to give up, according to Detroit, was Kelly Olynyk, maybe Derrick Jones Jr. and a second-round pick, according to Detroit. I think that's better than what Cleveland gave Detroit. You didn't have to give any hell. Give him Duncan Robinson. People got to realize, man, a player like Andre Drummond is very valuable for a contending team. Detroit wasn't a contending team, and he was the best player on that team. That's why he didn't, it didn't, look like he's not gonna be a star of the team. That's not his role. His role is to go get rebounds, block shots, protect the paint, do the dirty work. That's what he's for. He's not to score, be an all-star center for you, and even if he does that, he's an all-star. I'm just saying he's not a go-to guy on offense. That's not his role. His role was similar to Dwight Howard's in Dwight Howard's prime. And I would have loved to see him by Bam Adebayo instead of, older Iguodala. Now, I'm not saying Iguodala's a bad pick. I'm just saying I think Andre Drummond would have been a better, deal to get. I mean, we could have easily gave him Waiters or Winslow, and they would have had a way better deal than what Cleveland gave them. A way better. That was the worst deal I ever seen in my life for a all-star or a former all-star. That was pretty bad. Everyone in that front office should get fired. That was a terrible trade for Detroit. You pretty much traded him for nothing. So you basically essentially lost him in free agency. I don't understand what their logic behind that trade was. That second round pick is going to be a bum. Let's be honest. Now I know what you guys are going to say. Well, I know this video is already long. I know what you guys are going to say. Well, but the reason why we didn't go for Andre Drummond or what's this, Danilo Gallinari, because we want to save money. It's not. I believe we can get him. I believe we can get Giannis, guys. But it's not concrete that we're going to get him. It's not a given that we're going to get him. You don't know what he's thinking about. He may want to go to L.A. He may want to go to the Phoenix Suns. Who knows? He may want to go to Utah Jazz or Philly. Who knows? It's not a given that we're going to get him, guys. I'm more of in a win now, mode than wait 2 years. I'm more of a now person. I need this to happen now. And I think Andre Drummond would have pushed us over the top to get to the finals this year if we would have got him. We still can get to the finals, obviously, but Bam needs help down there in getting those rebounds, guys. And we would have got Andre Drummond, because I believe we could have easily got Andre Drummond. If you're talking about the bar is that low to get him. I believe a lot of teams knew they could have got Andre Drummond for essentially nothing. They would have did it. They would have pulled that trigger. I know Pat Riley would have. That's just my thoughts on it, guys. You tell me what you think. Sorry, I butchered that one. He left for 305 out. Let's get it. NBA season restarts tomorrow. I think we'll be going against Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be the end of this 5-game series after tomorrow. So, yeah. All right.